in English, you have singular, you have plural, right? So what about in Arabic? Okay, first in Arabic, we have not only singular and plural. We have singular one, we have two. We have two. If you want to say two, then we have a form for that word. And we have plural. So plural in Arabic does not include two. So in Arabic, two, we don't call it plural. Okay, we don't use the word plural to refer to two. So plural in Arabic only applies to three and above. Okay, so that is the first thing that we need to understand. Yeah, the difference between the singular and plural in Arabic. So you have singular, you have two, you have plural. So what are the terms? So now let us learn the terms. Okay, to say plural in Arabic, to say plural, this is the term. Okay, iqra'u mufrad.
Mufrad.
Yes, mufrad. Good, mufrad. Yeah, mufradun. So mufrad means singular. This is mufrad. Okay. Now, what is two? Okay, this is the term. To say two, dual. Sometimes they translate it as dual. Okay, iqra'u musanna.
Musanna.
Musanna, ya, musanna. This is the alif maksura. Musanna. So what is musanna? Musanna is the two of the word. Okay, two instances of the word. So how do you translate this? Two or dual? Musanna. And now this is the plural. Iqra'u jam'un.
Jam'un.
Okay, of course, jam'un is when you read with the tanwin, then you say jam'un. If you skip the tanwin, then it becomes, listen, yeah, jam', jam'. Try jama'. Can you read that?
Jama'.
Jama'. Yes, jama'. So it is a bit difficult because the meme is with a sukun, jam, and the ain we read with another sukun, jam'. So that is why sometimes you hear people say jama' instead of jam'. It is of jama', they say jama'. So, but the word itself is jama', jama', not jama'. So it is not with a fathah, yeah. But sometimes you see people say jama'. So when they say jama', it is actually this word jam'un. Yeah, the meme is with a sukun. Okay, that is singular. That is for the plural. Jam'un. So again, we have mufrad, muthanna, and jam'un. Mufrad singular, muthanna is two, dual, and jam'un is three. Jama' is three and above. Now we look at some examples. Yeah, some examples of this mufrad, musanna, and jama'. Okay, first we look at the first word. What is this word and what is the meaning? Yes.
Family.
Family. Okay. Okay. The word is
Usratun.
usratun. Naam. Syukran Munira. Usratun. Usratun, which means family. So when we say usratun, and here they tell you that this word usra is a mufrad word. So how what is the proper translation for this word usra? They say this is mufrad, singular. How many families?
Family.
A family. Shukran Shafika. So the proper word, the proper translation for the word usra is not just family. Of course, in the dictionary, they will just give you the word, the meaning family. But in the sentence, since this is a singular word, most of the time you will see that the translation is a family. So that is the meaning of the word usra, yeah, family. But in the sentence, it can be a family. Okay, let us, okay, how do we say I have a family? In our lesson, we have learned how to say I have. Anybody remembers how to say I have? We have learned how to say you have, I have. Using the word inda. Does anybody remembers the word? Using this word inda. Now you want to say I have. Look at the lesson again. Yes.
Indi.
Indi. Naam, good. Yes. So we say indi. Okay, you use this domir again, indi. This year is not mine anymore. So this means something else. This means I have. Yeah, so indi is I have. So how if you want to say I have a family? How do we say that? I have a family. Indi. What is the word a family just now? Indi
Usratun.
usratun. So yes, Nam Zalika. So we say indi usratun. So usratun in this sentence means a family. I have a family. Yeah. Why is it a? Because this is a mufrad word. Yeah. So that is the mufrad word. Okay. Now we look at the second word. Okay, we look at all these mufrad word first. Ukhtun. Okay, what is ukhtun?
Sister.
Sister.
How many?
A sister.
A sister. Yeah, because it is a mufrad word, so you might want to translate as a sister. Sister or a sister. Ukhtun is a sister. Good. Akhun,
A brother.
a brother.
A brother.
Brother or a brother. Yes, good. So in a sentence, it could be a brother. The word, if it is on its own, you can just say brother. Yes. Ummun, mother or a mother. Yeah, because this is again a mufrad word. Ummun, a mother. Walidun. This is the word that you see in the dua. Allahumma gfirli walidayya. So what is this word? Walid.
Father.
A father. Yes, correct. This is a one, yeah, because this is put under the under mufrad. So then walid is a father. Good. So walid is a father. Now that is for the mufrad word, and the words that you will see, that you see in the dictionary, they are all the mufrad word. Okay. Now from mufrad, we want to go to musanna. You want to say two families. How do you do that? You want to say two families. You want to say two ukhtun, two akhun, and so on. Okay. How do we say that in Arabic? Okay. This is what we do. To say two, what do you need to do is you need to add to the word. Add these two letters. First, the letter alif, and second, the letter nun. Yeah, again, to say two, this is of course applied to a noun, yeah, to a noun, isim. Usra is an isim. So you want to say two usra, two families, what you need to do, you add alif and also nun at the end of the word. So we join the two words. So how do we join these two words? Usra, alif, sin, ra. What happens to this ta? When you join that ta to an alif, it will become a normal ta. It will become a normal ta. Yes, and then only you can join it to an alif, right? If you don't change this to a normal ta, how are you going to add this ta to alif? No, it is not possible. That is why you change that ta marbuta to a normal ta, usrata and the nun. Okay, so this is the word, yeah, when you want to say two. Okay, first you add the alif and nun. Number two, how are we going to read this word? Of course, the first part is similar, usra. Usra, the first part of the word is still usra. Now, this ta, what happens to the ta when you add it to an alif? What do you think? What is the natural vowel when you have an alif after that? Is that a fatha, a kasra, or a dhamma? What do you think?
Fatha.
Fatha. Naam. Yes, that is the natural vowel that you should put whenever you have an alif, right? It is impossible to have a dhamma. If I have a dhamma, how am I going to read this word? Usra tu, you cannot read the word. The same goes with a fatha, with a kasra. How are you going to read that? So dhamma and kasra is not possible. You have to change that ta to a fatha. Yeah. So, and what about the nun? Okay, this is important. The nun, when this is alif and nun for two, for musanna, the nun is always with a kasrah. Okay, the nun is always with a kasrah. This will remain forever. Usratani. So this is the word. Usratani. So whenever you have this ani at the end of a word, usratani, you hear the ani sound, then it might be two. It might be a musanna word. Yeah. Okay. So usra, one usra, two families, usratani. Okay, that is the first word. Now we look at the second word. Okay. Ukhtun, one sister, a sister. We want to say two sisters. We want to make it musanna, two sisters. Okay. So anybody would like to try this? How do you say two sisters based on what we have learned just now? Usra, usratan, ukhtun.
Tani.
Tani.
Ukhtani. Yes. So it is the same thing. You add the alif and the nun. And since this is the normal alif, you can just put the alif, okay, immediately after the ta and another letter which is nun. Okay, that is how we write the word. Ukhtani. And how do you read the ta? Just like what we have seen earlier. Whenever you have alif, of course, the natural vowel is the fathah. Okay, so we say ukhtan. And what about the nun? Do you say ukhtanu, ukhtana, or ukhtani?
Oh, tani.
Ukhtani. Yes. When it is musanna, when it is two, the nun is always with a kasrah. Yeah, you don't say ukhtanu or ukhtana. It is always ukhtani. But of course, when you say the word, you can just say ukhtan, but make sure you read the long vowel, ukhtan, not just ukhtan, ukhtan. So if you say ukhtan, it will become ukhtan. This is ukhtan, and the meaning is not two. The meaning is still one sister. So that is why you have to read, if you have the alif, the long vowel, you have to read it with the long sound. Yeah. Otherwise, the meaning might change. Yeah. Otherwise, the meaning might change, or we could not understand you. What are you trying to say? We do not understand. Okay. So there are two possibilities. Okay. Good. So this is the second word, ukhtan. Ukhtan. Yeah. Not ukhtan. Ukhtani. Now. Okay. Now let us try the third word. Okay. We skip the third word. Okay. Because for the third word, we need to have an additional letter. I will let you know that. I will tell you that. Okay, we try number 4. Now you want to say two mothers. Yes. What is the word to say two mothers?
Ummani.
Ummani. Okay, syukran Munira. Again, this is similar. What do? You add alif and nun. And the vowel is of course a and also ni. So when we join the two words, it becomes ummani. Ummani. Yeah. So ummani means to ummani to Good. Next word, walidun. Walidun, a father. Now you want to say two fathers. Yes. What is the word? Walidun. Wali, again Shamimi, walidani. Yes, thank you Shamimi. Walidani. So it is the same thing. You add alif and also you add nun. Walid, and of course this dhamma, tanwin dhamma, has to be replaced with a fathah, and the nun is always with a kasrah. So now the word is walidani. And of course from our lesson we say that when you have alif and nun, it means two. So walidani, it means two father. But that is the literal meaning of the word walidan. But in the usage, we don't translate walidani to mean two father. No, when we say walidani, it means both father and mother, the parents. That is the meaning of walidani in the text. Yeah, when they say walidani, both parents, father and also mother, and not just two fathers. Okay, so this is for the example for number 1, number 2, number 4, and number 5. Now we go to this number 2. Okay, so number 2, we have this word akhun. We have this word akhun. Okay, this word, when you want to say two it is not akhani. It is not just to add alif and nun. This is a bit special word. For this word, you have to add an additional letter, which is waw, between the word akhun and the alif and nun. So what is the word now? The word is akha. You have an additional waw, and you have the alif and nun. And how do you read this word? It is akhawani. So the alif and nun is similar, ani. Okay, the difference here is you have additional wow, right? So this is a bit different from what we have learned previously. Yeah, akhun, singular, mufrad is akhun, musanna is not akhani, but it is akhawani. Okay, so for this word, please remember, yeah, akhun, akhawani, and not just akhani. So we have a few words similar to this, similar to the akhun. One is of course akhun. Okay, another one. Okay, let me give you another word. Another word is abun. Abun, the father, a father, abun. One father is abun. Now we want to say two fathers. of course, you will just add alif and nun. But this word fadun, this word abun, and akhun, they are similar. When you change it to musanna, you cannot just add alif and nun. You need to add an additional letter, which is the letter waw. Okay, so what is the word for two fathers based on what I have just explained? Yes. What is the word? How do you say two fathers based on what we have explained? Based on the word akhun just now.
Abawani.
Abawani. Okay, Munira says abawani. Okay, let us look. Abawani, alif, ba. Okay, that is the word ab. And then alif and nun. This is to say two, right? So what did we do to the word akhun? We add the word waw. Yeah, we add the word waw. And I said abun is similar to akhun. Therefore, you have to add the word waw again. This is the word. When you want to say two fathers, the word is not abani, but it is abawani. Abawani, right? So these are the two words. Okay, please memorize. Abun, abawani, and not abani. Akhun, akhawani, and not akhani. The remaining words, you can simply put only alif and nun. Yeah, usra, usratan, ukhtun, ukhtan. What else? Ustaz. What about ustaz? If I want to say two ustaz, ustaz, one ustaz, two ustaz. Anyone? Just add ani at the end. Yes, Attila.
Ustazani.
Ustazani. Yes, correct. Yeah, ustaz, ustazani. Yeah, good. Ustaz, ustazani. Now try another word. Jami'ah, university. Jami'ah, one university. Jami'ah. Now you want to say two universities. What is the word? Jami'ah. Anybody would like to try? Jami'ah. Diana, what do you think? Jami'ah. You want to say two Jami'ah. Two university.
Jami'ani.
Again?
Jami'ani.
Jami'ani. Okay. Jami'ah. When we say Jami'ah, what is the last letter? You say Jami'ani because the last letter is maybe the letter Ain. But if you look at the word Jami'ah, when you have this Jami'ah, what is that ah sound? What is the last letter if we were to write the word?
Ata.
Ta. Ta. What kind of ta? The normal ta or the ta marbuta? Ta marbuta, good. Jami'ah. But of course, when you read, you just say Jami'ah. The ta sound has been changed to the H sound. That is what we heard, right? Jami'ah. And when you want to make it two, of course, you will add alif and nun. So what happens to this ha sound, the ta sound? Do you read it with the H sound or do you read with the T sound, with the ta sound? This ta marbuta. Again, with the
T.
T sound, with the ta sound. Then when we join the two word, it becomes who would like to try this? What is the word? Jami'ah, one university, two universities. Jami'ah.
Jami'atani.
Jami'atani. Yes, not just jami'ani. Jami'atani. You need to have that tani. This is for the word that ends with the ta, with that special ta marbuta. Jami'ah, jami'atani, and not just jami'ah, jami'ani. No, you must have that ta. This is similar to this word usrah. When we say usrah, it is not usrani. No, usrah. The ending, the last word, the last letter is the H, the ta marbuta. So therefore, you need to pronounce that ta. Jami'atani and usratan. This is for the musanna. Yeah. So hopefully now you know how to change to mufrad to musanna by adding the alif and also the nun. Okay. Any question for this musanna? So this is how they look, right? Usratani, ukhtani, akhawani, ummani, walidani, and I have added another word, abawani. Now, any questions?
No, sir.
No questions? Okay. Now, Just now, we add alif and nun, okay, to make it two, to make it musanna. This alif and nun is the first way. The first way is by adding alif and nun. And most of the time when we say, okay, change this word from mufrad, change it to musanna, this is what you are going to do. Add alif and nun. But in the text, okay, in the text, you will see not only this alif and nun. In the text, you will see another way of changing the word to musanna. Okay, so please look at this. Yeah, look at this. Instead of adding alif and nun, you add ya and nun. Again, I repeat, instead of adding alif and nun to change to musanna, you add ya and nun. And how are we going to read the word? Before the letter ya is again with a fathah, similar to alif and nun. Okay, alif and nun, you say ani, but this time you say aini. Instead of ending it with ani, you end it with aini. Let us try. What about the first word? Usratani. Just now we say usra, usratani. Now we want to use another way of musanna, another form of musanna. What is the word now? Usratani. This is when you add the alif and nun. But if you add ya and nun, what is the word?
Usrataini.
Usrataini. Yes, correct. So this is another form of musanna. Yeah. Look at this carefully. Usra, and then instead of alif and nun, you add ya and nun. Okay, and we read usrataini. All right. So when you see this aini, that is also two. That is also musanna. Let us try with number two. Ukhtani. That is with alif and nun. Now you want to add the idea and nun. What is the new word? Nah, Nabi, yes.
Uhtaini.
Shafika, shukran. Ukhtaini. Yes, correct. Ukhtaini. So ukhtaini is also two sisters, yeah. Ukhtani and ukhtaini. Good. Now akhawani. The one that you add alif. Sorry, the one that you add waw. The waw will remain. The waw will remain. So what do? You change. You add alif. You add ya and nun instead of waw. Instead of alif and nun, you add ya and nun. What is the new word now? Akhawani. Another word is, yes, Putri. Yes.
Akhawaini.
Atila.
Akhawaini.
Akhawaini. Shukran Atila. Correct. Akhawaini. Yeah. So akhawaini is similar to akhawani, two brothers. Ummani, the same thing. Ummani, another form of musanna is
Main.
ummaini. Yes, correct. Ummaini. Ummaini, two mothers. And what about walidani? This wa is not n, yeah? This is part of the word. Walid, walidani. What is another musanna? Walidaini. 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 This is the word that you see in our dua previously. Allahumma rabbighfirli wa wali walidai. Wali walidayya. In that dua, it is wali walidayya. But the word is here. Walidai. Walidai. The same word. The only thing is that the nun is not written. The nun is something that is in another lesson. The nun sometimes can be removed. Yes, for this alif and nun and ya and nun, the nun sometimes it is removed. But the meaning is still two. Yeah, that is why in our dua previously we say two parents. Walidai. Why? Because the word is walidai, similar to this walidaini. Yeah. So these are the two ways of changing a word from mufrad to musanna, either by adding alif and nun and by adding ya and nun. But as I said, normally when we say change to musanna, you will just give us the alif and nun version. But at the same time, you need to remember that there is another version, the ya and the nun. So in your textbook or in any text, you will see both. Sometimes they write with alif and nun, sometimes they write with the ya and nun. So you might want to ask, when do I use this alif and nun? When do I use this ya and nun? The answer is that you have to learn the grammar. grammar will determine. Okay, when we learn the structure, the sentence structure, the grammar, they will tell you, okay, this word, if it is in this position, then you have to use the alif version. If it is in another position, you have to use the ya version. So we will wait until we learn that topic. Yeah. So that is for Musanna. Any question for Musanna? Any question? Anything you want to ask for Musanna? Okay, good. Now we go to plural, jama'. Okay, jama' is a bit difficult. Why? Because jama' you have to memorize. Okay, what is the plural of this word? You need to memorize, or you need to refer to the dictionary. In the dictionary, for example, in Al-Ma'ani, if you refer to Al-Ma'ani, sometimes they will give you singular and the plural word. Of course, Musanna, they will never give you the Musanna because they expect you to learn how to change from Mufrad to Musanna by adding alif and nun and also ya and nun. But for Jama', most of the time they will let you know, oh, this is the Jama' by putting the word jim. So they will give you this letter jim. For example, just now, in the dictionary, you look for this word usra, then they explain the meaning, what is usra, and then after that, you might find jim, and then they give you another word. So what does it mean? It means that this is the jama' for that word. Yeah, this is how you find the jama' of a word in the dictionary. Look for that jim letter. Jim stands for jam'un or jama'. But for our lesson, as I said, you have to memorize. Yeah. So in order to memorize this mufrad, musanna, and jama', it is good if everybody can have your own list of mufrad and jama'. Okay, mufrad. This is the mufrad. What is the jama'? Next to it is jama'. So you add whenever we learn a new word mufrad, and I give you the jama', you add that new word to your list. So you are going to have your own list of vocabulary for jama', mufrad, and also jama'. So let us look at mufrad and jama' for this word. The first word just now is the word usra, and the jama' for the word usra is this, usarun. Usar. Usar. If you look at the two words, okay, something has been changed. The ta is no longer here, and the vowel is now different. It is no longer usra, it is now usar. Okay, so that is why I said for jama' we need to memorize. Usra, usar. Yeah, usar. Usar means families. Ukhtun. What is jama' for ukhtun? A sister, ukhtun. Jama', the jama' is akhawatun. Akhawatun. Akhawat. So you have to memorize. Ukhtun, akhawat. Ukhtun, akhawat. No need to memorize musanna. Musanna is easy. Jama' is difficult. Ukhtun, akhawat. What is akhawat? Sisters. Yeah, that is the second word. The third word, akhun. Akh, brother. Akh. How do you say brothers? Okay. For brothers, we have two words. Okay, some words, they have more than one jama' form. You can say this and you can say another word. Okay, so for the example is the word akhun. What is the first jama' for the word akhun? The jama' is ikhwah. Ikhwatun. Ikhwatun. What is the meaning for the word ikhwah? Ma makna ikhwah? Amirul, what is the meaning of ikhwah? We said that, yes.
Brother.
How many brother?
3 and above.
3 and above. So brothers, yeah? Jama. Yes, shukran Amirul. So this is brothers. Why brothers? Because this is the jama for the word akhun, and akhun is a brother. Now, if you look at this word ikhwah, you have this ta at the end. And in the previous lesson, when do you use this ta? When do you have this ta marbuta? Is it for, what is the meaning when you have this ta marbuta at the end of a word, among the meanings of the word?
For
For
female.
girl.
For girl, yeah, for girl, for female. Yes, you are correct. That is the usage of ta. Okay, for example, when we say talib, we want to say a student, a female student, you add this ta, you say taliba. Yes, you are correct. but that is if the word is for mufrad. Remember this, yeah? The ta marbuta is referring to a female when the word is a mufrad word, singular word, such as the word talibah, singular word, such as the word jami'ah, singular word. Then the ta is referring to this male or this female, yeah? But the word now is not a mufrad word. This is a jama' word. So since this is a jama' word, when you see a ta marbuta, that is no longer to refer to a girl, right? So the ta marbuta in a jama' word does not refer to a girl. So what is the meaning? Here the ta is just like any other letters. So ikhwa, this is brothers. So don't be confused, yeah? When you see ta, it must be a woman. No, not necessarily. Most of the time, yes. But sometimes, no, it is not a woman. Okay, so that is why I said we have to memorize the word ikhwa. What is that? Oh, brothers. So don't look at the ta anymore. Ikhwa. That is the first jama for the word akh. The second word for the word akh, okay, please correct this here. There is a mistake. They put here the word akhawan. Just now, we said akhawan is, what is this word? Is this one or two brothers? When we say akhawan, two, yeah? So there must be something wrong here. It is not akhawan. Okay, what is wrong? Here, the vowel is wrong. It must be ikhwan. Please make a correction, yeah? Please make a correction. It is not a anymore, it is e. And therefore, the hamza is written below the letter alif. Then it becomes e. If you put it above the letter alif, then it becomes a or u. This is the new word, ikhwan. 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 So what is ikhwan? Ikhwan means brothers as well, plural. You might ask, here we have alif nun. So previously when we have alif nun, this is for two. Yes, that is correct. But how do you read the nun when it is for two? Is it na or nu or ni?
Ni.
Ni, yes. When it is two, then the nun is ni. Like the word akhawan, the nun must end with a kasra. Akhawan. And then this is two. Yes. But this nun is not ni. This nun, if we were to put the vowel is with the tanwin dhamma. Ikhwanun. It can be ikhwanun, it can be ikhwanan, it can be ikhwanin with a kasrah, but with a tanwin. Yeah. So this is not the nun, the alif and nun for musanna. So again, when you say alif and nun for musanna, most of the time, yes, it is for musanna. When you say alif nun, most of the time it is for musanna. But there are a few occasions that the alif and nun is not for musanna. Okay, so this is one of the example. That is why I said we have to memorize. Yeah, so put this in your list of mufrad and jama. Akhun, ikhwa, or ikhwan, brothers. The next word, umman. Ummun, mother. What is the jama for mother? So again, here you have to memorize. Ummun, one mother. Mothers is ummahat. Ummahat. Ummahatun. Ummahat. So ummahat means mothers. The example of this word is ummahatul mu'minin or ummul mu'minin. Okay. Who are these people that we call them ummahatul mu'minin or ummul mu'minin? Do you know who are these people? Or who is the person when we that we call her ummul mu'minin? Or ummahat? Anybody knows? Have you heard this? Ummul Mu'minin. Tak pernah dengar? Ummul Mu'minin. Yes, Amirul.
Siti Khadijah.
Siti Khadijah. So is it only for Siti Khadijah? Ummul Mu'minin? Yes, you are correct. Ummul Mu'minin is used to refer to Siti Khadijah. But actually, her name is not Siti Khadijah. All of this Siti does not exist. There's no Siti Khadijah. Her name is only Khadijah. Okay, so her name is only Khadijah. So this word Siti, we thought in Malay this is the name of all these great women. No. That is wrong. Yeah, the name is only Khadijah. Siti Aisyah? No, her name is only Aisyah. So what is this Siti? Why do we call these people Siti? And then we adopt this word Siti in Malaysia as Malaysian name. So this word Siti is short for Sayyidati. Yes, Sayyidi, we say Sayyidina. Sometimes we say Sayyidatina, which means like apa nak terjemah ya? Like a madam, sir or madam. You say sir, Sayyidi. Just like somebody that you respect, yeah. You say Sayyidi or my tuan, such as things like that. We say Sayyidi. For women, we say Sayyidati, Sayyidati, Sayyidati. Later on, they make it short. Sayyidati, Sayyidati, Sitti. Especially in countries like Egypt, they say Sitti instead of Sayyidati. They call her Sitti. So our previous ustaz, when they went to Egypt, they learn this word Sitti, and then when they come back, they say Sitti. What they mean is the Sayyidati. But our local, when they hear Sitti, they thought, oh, this is part of their name. Then we have this Siti Khadijah, Siti Aisha, Siti, and so on. Okay, so now do you understand that this Siti is not part of their name? Right, yeah?
Yes.
So
Is it
Siti.
just like Abu?
No, this is different. Abu
okay.
is a nickname.
Okay.
Abu is nickname given to somebody, Abu so and so. That is a nickname. Siti is just like I said, this is short for Sayyidati, which means tuan or puan or madam. Sayyida is puan. Sayyidi, Sayyidina. When we say our prophet Sayyidina Muhammad, what is that? Sayyidi, our tuan. Or in Malay, sometimes they say our penghulu. So it is a title given. This is not a nickname, yeah. So Siti, that is short for Sayyidati. So her name is Khadijah. We should call her Sayyidatina Khadijah. But in Arab countries, sometimes they make it short. They call her Siti Khadijah. So this Siti is not part of her name. Okay. So now I believe everybody understand that. Yeah, Siti. We don't have that Siti as part of their names. No. Okay. Ummul Mu'minin. It is not only for Khadijah. It is for all wives of our Prophet. Khadijah is one of the Ummul Mu'minin. Aisha is another Ummul Mu'minin. Who else? So the rest of them, who else? The Ummul Mu'minin. So the Jamak form is Ummahat. We call them Ummahatu al-Mu'minin. This word, yeah? Alright. So next time when you hear this Ummul Mu'minin, Ummahatul Mu'minin, we know that they are referring to the wives of the Prophet. And they are called Ummu, the mother of the Mu'min. The mothers of the Mu'min. So we treat them like our mothers. We have to respect them. Next word, Walidun. Walid, a father. Walidan, two fathers. Or previously we translate as father and mother. Now, what is the plural for Walid? This is the plural for Walid. Waliduna. Waliduna, walidun, yeah, walidun. So walidun is jama for the word walid. You can translate as fathers. You can also translate as parents. Yeah, more than two. Yeah, parents. Okay, so this is the mufrad, musanna, and also jama. Okay, anything you want to ask regarding this mufrad, musanna, and jama? And of course, you can add alif lam to all of these words. Yeah, you want to say the, like the word usra, a family. If you want to say the family, what do you say? Usra, a family. Now you want to say the family. What do you add to the front of the word?
Alif Lam.
Alif lam, good. So now it becomes
Al-Usra.
al-usra. When you have alif lam, do you have a tanwin at the end of the word?
No.
No, yeah. Whenever you have alif lam, again, I have mentioned this, so please be reminded. Yeah, whenever you have alif lam, do not put tanwin anymore. You only put a one vowel. Al-usratu. You can add alif lam to the musanna word as well, so it becomes al-usratani, the two families. Otherwise, it means two families. The same for the jamak word. You can also add alif lam. You can say al-usar without the tanwin. Al-usar, the families. Yeah. So alif lam and no alif lam, you can add them to all of these words. Yeah. Al-ikhwa, al-akhawat, and so on when you want to say the. Okay. So done with the topic of mufrad, musanna, and jamak. So again, please try to memorize, yeah, mufrad, especially mufrad and also jamak.